Hi guys, this is Miss Russum again, and I am here to talk to you about Twitter and how it can be a great response tool in your classroom. So, as you know, Twitter is a great way for your classroom to stay connected with the rest of the world. I follow so many teachers on here that are doing amazing things in their classroom, and I follow authors that I like. So you have Ruby Carr here. I know J.K. Rowling's on here. Jenny Nelson is a great author. Anne Lamott, if you haven't checked out her stuff. Nina LaCour, but I digress. So the way that I would use Twitter as a response tool in the ELA Classroom is for all of my classmates, or students rather, to sign up for a Twitter account, and then they can tweet out to the class, or they can tweet me. So let's say I wanted to tweet, and I could ask them, what are some of the themes you see in every day, the novel, or what are some of the themes you saw in Persepolis, whatever novel we were reading at the time. And then they can tweet me back and say, Miss Russum, this is what I thought about, this is what I think about when I read the novel, these are the things that I saw. So it's a fun way to kind of have a classroom discussion outside of the classroom. So we recently did a Twitter project at KSU, and I'll go to our Twitter. It's called ELA Education, and it is strictly for ELA students. And you can see I've recently retweeted myself off of this Twitter, but we spent the whole semester tweeting about articles that we liked that had to do with ELA education. So here's my good friend Elizabeth, and she says, how are you showing your students examples of positive people of influence? How are you uplifting them with words of affirmation? So she got a comment here. She can go through and she can see these comments. I don't know that I can see the comments, but because it was retweeted off her account. So here's some more, and you can see the people who tweeted them. So this is Maddie right here. She found 5 more vocabulary activities for older students. Here's one from me, and it's about Long Way Down. And we were able to connect with so many different people outside of our KSU classroom because we were doing this Twitter project. So I would love to do something like this in my own classroom. So they could tweet about things that they find interesting, or we can tweet to different authors that we know, and maybe, connect with them. Maybe if Jason Reynolds saw a tweet from one of your students, he would tweet them back and they could talk about the novel. One of my favorite parts about the project was the ability to see and learn from all the articles and ideas my classmates were posting. I think that students can learn the most from each other, and they can learn the most from other people. And I think that Twitter is a great way for students to be able to respond to different things without having to just raise their hand and respond. This is another great way to archive things, so these tweets that we've tweeted here will always be here. And we can go back and we can look at this classroom Twitter and we can see what we tweeted. Here's another one from me, and it actually got pretty good response. 30 likes, that's pretty awesome. Let's see if we can see the comment. You can. So here's someone commented on my tweet, and I was able to connect with them. So I hope that you will consider using Twitter in your classroom.